Did you hear that input about traditional medicine? Traditional medicine, DP, it can be proven scientifically that these things can heal. How do you prove them scientifically? It is because these people healed each other before the arrival of Western medicine. Before the arrival of Western medicine. They've made us to be so scared of traditional medicine. And I want to challenge her. Start bottling it nicely. Because the only thing we buy from these people is these fancy things of leg bull and 2 per day. That's the only thing we buy. Let's do our thing. Bottle it nicely. Put measurements, drink like this, like that. And start selling. And we must start putting on the shelves. Yes, you know. If you need Panado, yes, Panado. But if you need Mahona Jotin, yes, Mahona Jotin. They must be given options. You must not be told why the only thing that heals headache is Panado. Let there be an African alternative and let's choose which one we want. These people are scientists. They gave birth. They helped each other give birth in their own houses. Their houses were houses at the same time they were maternity ward. Delivered twins. All types. They never had anyone to tell them they are twins here. They knew, or no, it looks like there's more than one. They are very good. Even now, any girl who goes before them, they don't need a pregnancy test. They don't need it. They just look at you like this.
Senegal, in the fight against COVID-19, the Senegalese are now producing testing kits, which are less than $1. And I'm told that the French are not happy. But the French must remember that the duty of the black man is not to make the Frenchman happy. I'm also happy that in Madagascar, President Rajoy has already ensured that herbalists and other professionals in the pharmaceutical sectors have come up with a possible cure called COVID organic. And I'm happy that Equatorial Guinea has ordered the same. I'm told that Sierra Leone has ordered the same. And subject to verification, I'm told that even Tanzania has ordered the same. And some people are trying to poo-poo the efforts of Madagascar. Madagascar has started. Our duty and the duty of our professionals in the pharmaceutical sector is to ensure that we develop the research that has been undertaken, so that going forward, we must also, in our quest for unity, ensure that we produce our own medicine. We must no longer rely on Roche, Johnson & Johnson, Novartis, and these American and European pharmaceutical organizations and Indian and Chinese organizations. In any event, the herbs that are used for making medicine is found in Africa. If they are not found in the equatorial forest of Congo, they are found in Kenya or in Cameroon or in Gabon or in Nigeria or in Ghana or in Zimbabwe or in South Africa or in Angola. So Africa has all the things that can make us work and move in the right direction. And as I conclude my opening remarks, Africa is the youngest continent. The average age in the continent of Africa is at best 25. It means that we have an army of young men and women who, if they are energized, can move the agenda forward. Whether that agenda is in the direction of education, whether that agenda is in the direction of agriculture, whether that agenda is in the direction of ensuring that we reap the dividends of the fourth industrial revolution or 5G, whether that agenda is in ensuring that we revolutionize our systems of governance, we have young men and women who are capable of achieving it. and whether that agenda is in ensuring that we improve intra-African trade, whether that agenda is in ensuring that we collaborate more and collapse our boundaries so that we don't have unviable little countries, we have the ingredients. And this particular crisis has provided us with an opportunity for introspection. We can now introspect. We can now ask ourselves uncomfortable questions that we never dared to ask, because in our lifetimes, we are now confined in our houses and in our different parts of the world, no travel, no movement, and there is no doubt in my mind that going forward, we can achieve it, and that achievement will only be realized through African unity.
But it's quite unfortunate that the ECOWAS Commission and the world...
In 1980s, we had the structural adjustment program, and it was not only in Ghana, it was in Kenya, it was everywhere. You had young graduates from American and European universities working in the IMF and Bretton Woods institution, experimenting their ideas in Africa. That is the tragedy of Africa, that young graduates and researchers who have ideas which they want to test will use Africans as laboratories and guinea pigs to test their economic ideas. And we Africans swallow it line, hook and sinker. And that is why Africa has never realized our potential. If you remember, the Latin America was in a similar situation not long ago. But the Latin Americans took a solemn decision that they were going to liberate themselves from the chains of the IMF and the World Bank. And Chile did, and Argentina did, and Brazil did, and today they have lifted their country into middle-level economy. Many African countries are still tied at the hips with the International Monetary Fund, including your own Ghana. I can tell you that you will never get anywhere as long as the International Monetary Fund stands in your way. And I've always said that whenever you hear the IMF and the World Bank telling you that your economy is doing very well, we should be very